Hi everyone, it's Alona, and today is a bit different video focused on Sims 2. I did a very long and hard research on this, and if it sounds like I'm reading from text from time to time, well, I might be. So, the video is going to be about Sims 2 IKEA Home Stuff, and let's just talk about the pack itself. It has 76 items, so you could probably guess the video is going to be super long. But even though the pack was released in 2008, I gotta say that Sims really slapped. Even the promotion pictures looked so good, as if they came out of IKEA catalog, in my opinion at least. And Sims Wikipedia says that pack includes all new furniture and decorations from the IKEA company, meaning it all exists. And that's what I tried to do. I tried to find every piece of furniture and decoration from that pack in real life. And my main goal for this research was to see how many of the items are still available for the purchase. And oh boy, that was a hell of a ride. And you're probably thinking, why would I need to look through the internet for items? Just look it up in the IKEA website. Well, unfortunately, some of the items are not existent, at least not anymore. So I guess after decommissioning the production, it just vanished from IKEA. So I had to scroll through some of the websites just to simply get the picture of the item in real life. Because from time to time, even Google was silent. And that says a lot. Okay, this is getting boring, so let's start with the items that were a pain in the ass to find, and it's bed frames. Before we begin, I'll quickly say that I'm not advertising any websites, I'm not sponsored by IKEA or Sims. I'm just purely sharing my research with you for entertaining purposes, or maybe you want to buy something from IKEA Home Stuff, so here you go, I guess. You're welcome. The first item in the list is Anne's double bed frame. I have no idea where you could possibly look for second-hand bed frames, but I flipped over whole internet and found some expired ads for it and some pages that don't exist and don't work anymore. But here you can see that it was once listed on eBay for a good price of 44 euros. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any more information or trace of this bed frame on the internet. Holy crap, you won't believe this, but while I was editing this video, someone posted an ad with this bed frame. And you can buy it from Kate. I don't know how legit this website or how real Kate is, but can you buy a nest on the internet? The answer is yes! Thanks for Kate! The next item is Hemnes double bed frame and Hemnes single bed frame. The short answer for if you can buy Hemnes bed frames is yes. They are still available on the IKEA's website, but the single bed frame is only available for a few regions, so you'll have to look if it's still available in yours. Malm double bed frame and Malm single bed frame. The short answer is yes as well. It's still available on the IKEA. And that was it for the bed frames. Moving on to the sofas or love seats. Ektorp sofa and Ektorp love seats. They're both still available on the IKEA, but love seats are only available in a few regions. And I gotta say that sofas are more flexible in the market, so even if IKEA will stop selling Ektorp sofas, they will still be available on the market in second-hand or resellers. And I want to add that according to some of the sources, Ektorp sofa is one of the most popular items in IKEA, so I doubt it will ever go away from the market. Karlstad sofa. Unfortunately, it's not available on the IKEA anymore, but I found a few advertisements on the Etsy and other websites, so it's still pretty much alive, if you could say, outside of the IKEA. Klippan love seat and Klippan sofa. The love seat is still available on the IKEA. It is one of the most popular items, as well as the Ektorp sofa. But when it comes to the Klippan sofa, it gets a little bit tricky. I couldn't find any information or pricing of this sofa. The only picture I found on the internet is this one, where you can clearly see the dimension that it has 3 seats instead of 2. I even found some advertisements selling the separate covers for the 3-seat version, and some advertisements that claim they sell the 3-seat version, but in the pictures I saw the love seats, so I'm not sure the sofa is in the market anymore, and even if it was selling on the IKEA at some point, I guess it was never mass produced. And we are moving to the armchairs. There's only 3 armchairs in the IKEA Home Stuff pack, and 2 of them are with familiar names, Karlstad and Ektorp. As you have probably guessed, Karlstad armchair is not available on IKEA anymore, as well as the sofa, but I did find a very few adwesterings outside of the IKEA, so you can still buy it from the second hands. Unfortunately, Ektorp armchair is not as popular as the sofa, but it's still available in the IKEA in some of the regions. And according to the information from 2012, IKEA is replacing Ektorp with Upland, including the Ektorp sofa, but as you can see, we can still see Ektorp stuff on the IKEA website. So, I don't know. IKEA states that Upland is basically the same as the Ektorp, just new and improved version. Poang armchair. It gets tricky once again. I found not 1, not 2, but 3 versions of this armchair, and the one that you see on the screen right now fits perfectly the one we have in the game. And unfortunately, this one is not selling on the IKEA anymore, but I found some adwesterings, and I found this exact version of the chair on the website, but it's like a kid's version. 2 other versions that I mentioned before are still selling on the IKEA, and they look pretty much the same except for the cushions. And the last but not least, Jules visitor chair. I know it's not an armchair, but IKEA Home Stuff pack has only 1 chair, so why not throw it in? And IKEA is not selling this chair anymore, but I did find a few adwesterings on various websites. And with that, let's move on to the next object, and it's tables. IKEA Stuff pack got pretty much a lot of surfaces, but not all of them are tables. Most of them are side tables, bedside tables, and just a few options for dining tables. Starting with coffee tables. First one is Lexvik coffee table. Unfortunately, it is not available on the IKEA anymore, and I couldn't find the reason why, because as it seems it was pretty popular at its time. I found a bazillion, millions of makeovers of this coffee table, and people seem to really enjoy it. But I did find some adwesterings where this coffee table is listed as a used item, but unfortunately most of the odds are either expired or the item is sold out. The next item is Imfers coffee table. The short answer is yes, this coffee table is still available to purchase on the IKEA's website, but only in a few regions. But I also found some adwesterings selling this coffee table, but most of them being used and not all of them taking a good care of. The next one is Vika Grevsta table. Unfortunately, this table is not offered by IKEA anymore, but I did find a lot of secondhand adwesterings offering this table, so it is pretty much alive and is very popular. The last and the most recent ad I have found for today was listed in the 3rd of January 2023. Vika Hithan table. Unfortunately, it is not available on the IKEA as well as the Grevsta table, but I did find a very little few adwesterings with this table and some of the knockoff versions of the table. With now the last table, we are moving to the accent tables, and the first one is Lack side table. The short answer is yes, it is still available on the IKEA, but I guess as usual only in a few regions, and there are a few versions of this table, but they almost all look the same except for the colors. The next item is Hatton side table. Unfortunately, this table is not available on the IKEA anymore, but I did find a few adwesterings selling this side table. Even though this table comes in various colors, most of the adwesterings are offering to buy transparent white quotes color, and don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against transparent furniture, but it is quite fascinating that so many people purchased exact same color. And it's not the end of the story of the Hatton side table. According to IKEA Museum, this table made its way to the most iconic products of 1990s. It was created in 1993 by industrial designer Ellen Jonasson. I'm very sorry if I pronounced the name wrong. It is written. It's easy to see where Hatton got its name, which means the hat. The small side table looks like an upside down hat on the legs. The brim is the lid, and inside the hat is room for storage. And it was a part of the focus on small tables at IKEA in early 90s. The material was a transparent plastic, and the table initially came in clear, red and blue. More colors would eventually be added. It was was launched in a 1995 IKEA catalog and was last seen in a 2015 edition. Mness bedside table. It is still available on IKEA's website, and in my personal opinion, it's one of the most iconic items in a stuff bag because this baby is so slim it could fit in the tiniest home ever. Mness round bedside table. Unfortunately, unlike its square competitor, it is not available on the IKEA's website anymore, but it is pretty popular amongst people who really enjoy small round tables. But even though it is quite popular, it is not quite as popular in the internet when it comes to reselling. Not all people want to part their ways with this amazing round table, so there are not that many advertisements for it. But I did found a few of them, and I gotta warn you, most of them are very shady websites with very shady reviews like this one. The last item in the surfaces/desk category is the Frederick workstation. Unfortunately, it is not available on IKEA's website anymore as well, but it is popular amongst people. But it doesn't mean they want to part away with this Frederick workstation. I did find a few ads selling this workstation, and most of them are, as expected, sold out. But I did saw a particular workstation returning on the internet in a second hand, so even if it's not available right now, I'm pretty sure it will resurface someday on the internet again. This is the end of the part 1 of my research, and if you like this video, please let me know in the comments down below, because I spent a lot of time doing all of this and visiting a lot of websites using VPN, and as I said, most of the sites were shady, so it was really hard to see what is the real deal or not. But yeah, this is going to be it for the part 1, and I want to do a special thanks for the SIMS 45 for his manual and converting all of the furniture to Sims 4, Hysterical Paroxysms from MTS for providing all of the pictures from Sims 2 stuff pack, Luli Harp 1 for providing pictures of some of the items from 2008 catalog, the Sims 2 EA.com, IKEA.com, and Abba Dashianer for providing access to a full 2008 IKEA catalog online. And this is it for today's video. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you sometimes. Bye!